But you showed, if we come back to education for a bit, that in your early years of education, you were taught in Yoruba. And that, I imagine, would be in the 1940s, if I'm right. Was it in the 1940s that you went to school? Or late 1930s? Do you hear me?
I started school in 1936.
1936. Okay. That's even,
Yeah.
you see,
And
okay.
1936,
That was,
because
yeah, go ahead.
my father was the manager of the school.
Ah,
So they allowed me to start early.
okay.
Normally, when you start school in those days,
Yeah.
the colonial officials have introduced a method. If your hand cannot go above your head to reach your ear on the other side,
Yeah.
the way I'm doing now,
Yeah.
you cannot be admitted to primary school.
I did not
Before
know.
your hand can reach your ear like this, you
Yeah.
must be at least 6 years old.
Yeah. So say it again. So you said before your hand can reach your ear here.
Yeah, you have to move your hand, my right hand,
My
to
right.
reach left ear.
Yeah.
Yes. If you are 4 years old, you cannot reach that place. It's the colonial officials who introduced it.
Wow. I did not
So,
know.
under normal circumstances, I shouldn't have been allowed to start in 1936.
That's why I pushed it to the 40s.
I should. Yeah, that's it.
Because the earlier people who went to school in my village, they actually were, I mean, sometimes they were over 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes they did cattle minding first and, other things in the village before they went to school. So I maybe wrongly assumed that it was the general rule that you would start, school much later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you started in Yoruba, and how did it help you with your later education in English? And how did it help people, like, people's literacy around, in your environment?
Yeah. I think the most important thing is
Yeah.
development of concepts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, well, the linguists talk about facilitation. You learn to write the sound you hear in one language, it helps you in the other.
Yeah.
That doesn't really attract me so much. I'm
Mm.
more interested in the ideas you have, the concepts you're able to have in your own language, being transferred now to another language. So the moment you ignore those concepts, what you are going to be getting is nonsense.
Yeah.
Like an inspector of education went to a class, an English composition, oral composition.
Yeah.
He asked, the teacher was teaching and saying, I want you to talk to me about a dog.
Yeah.
So the children started saying, a dog has 2 ears.
Mm-hmm.
A dog has 1 nose.
Mm-hmm.
A dog has 1 head.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the pattern. X has that.
Mm-hmm.
So the inspector then said, stop asking them to do it in English. Ask them to talk about a dog in Yoruba. And amazingly, they said a dog wags its tail when it's happy, when the owner comes in. A dog perspires on its nose. Now, this is something you never will be able to do in English at that age.
At that age, yes.
And that is the importance of being able to use one's language in which one already has concepts developed.
Yeah. So you're able to think and then express your thoughts in that language before.
This is it.
So there is no, you don't get to a stage where you have to learn the language first before you can express, your ideas in that language. Which is what is generally the problem in situations where the language of instruction is not the language that the child knows.
Precisely.
Yeah.